here's what we need to do to be able to get you here to buy that home. Technically, when you hire the agent, you're not hiring the agent, you're hiring the agent's broker, technically. And then the agent, in capacity, they work for the broker. So just like if you go to a restaurant, they take your order and they're the point of connection for you, but they don't own the shop. That doesn't mean that the broker always owns the shop either, but there's always one person that's in charge of the shop. The moment that you hire that agent, all those things that I shared with you about the fiduciary care starts. Until you hire that agent, they only have to treat you fairly and honestly. The second that you hire them, now they have an obligation: obedience, loyalty, disclosures, confidentiality, accounting, reasonable care, due diligence, on top of fair and honest. So now they're going to identify what's your budget, how much you want to pay, and they're going to introduce you to a lender. Okay, so now this is the first party that's going to be introduced to the transaction, who's going to be a lender. The lender is going to ask you some very personal questions about about your finances. They're going to check your credit. They're going to check your debt to income ratio. Essentially, the easiest thing to think about the debt to income ratio is how much money do you make on a monthly basis? How much debt do you have on a monthly basis? What's the ratio? So what's the ratio there? That's what they're going to be looking at from the lender's perspective. Now, what's your credit score? Most loan programs are looking for at least a 620. Some of them would be a 580. Wherever you are is where you are. There's nothing wrong with that, right? It's just sharing, like, here's what we need to do to be able to get you here to buy that home. So then once you have all that understood, then you go out and you start looking at homes for sale. Okay, a lot of times I'll start my search with you online, where we'll do like a video conversation and I'll show you, because I want to save you time, but I also want to serve you as well. And based off of all of these conversations that we've had up front, based off your buying criteria, etc., we'll be able to sit there and we'll be able to understand, well, what's available to me in a home. Okay, here's what's available to me in a home, and now I'm going to show you online. Typically, it doesn't always have to be that way, but I'd like to do it. I say, okay, here's the 6 homes, the 12 homes, whatever the case may be, that may meet your criteria. What are your thoughts on this? And then what are your thoughts on this? And then what are your thoughts on this? Okay, and then we're going to select from maybe say 12 to maybe 5 or 6. Okay, then we're going to go and we're going to take a look at those 5 or 6. Now, you may be surprised that most clients, at least when we follow this process, most of my clients only go out like 2 times to go look at a home. Okay, that is the first time they go out and they find a home typically. The second time, because remember I said this is a big emotional journey, it's because it's like, it can't be that easy, Dan.
If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell icon.
So when you hire a good agent, it can be that easy because I know what's in the marketplace. I know the nooks and crannies, okay? And I'm able to find it relatively quickly. The thing that takes a long time is the emotion, right? Like, this isn't a big, scary thing. It's perfectly normal. All right, but you'd be surprised that typically it's around 2 times of going out to look at homes. We'll look at homes. If the home does not exist, all right, so I'm looking for this home right here, and I can't find anything in the appropriate price. Let's say this home here is, let's say it's listed at $440. You will qualify for, say, $380. So if that's the case, then you're either going to have to change the type of home, meaning that this guy here is a 3-bedroom and this guy here is a 2-bedroom. Okay, so now I can afford this, but I can't afford this. Or you're going to have to change the price. So maybe you're looking for $380 because that's what you want to buy, but maybe you can get for $420, and then you have to look at, well, what, or $440 rather, what are my payments for that? And now can I make that work comfortably? We don't want to stretch anybody. All right, so you're either going to change the price, or you're going to change the type of home, or you're going to change the location. All right, so it's going to be one of those 3 things.